On this week's Waypoint, Warwick's on the chopping block, the World Champions get special skins, Skynet has arrived, and the All-Star voting has ended. What's up guys, and welcome to Waypoint, your weekly League of Legends recap for April 17th, 2014. I'm your host, Lindsay Ferguson. Let's kick things off with a teaser of the Warwick Rework. I would start off by explaining what his abilities currently do, but I don't want to put you to sleep. I think it's fair to say that Warwick isn't a marvel of champion design with an extremely low skill cap. Other than his ultimate, there's nothing super fun or engaging in his kit, with his core skills being just dull. Riot are planning on a Warwick rework, hopefully for this year, and because it's so early, we should keep in mind that none of this is set in stone. Warwick's passive will keep the drain tank theme alive, with his auto attacks increasing the amount of health he drains per hit. While his Q, Hungering Strike, will double attack a nearby enemy dealing magic damage, but proccing on hits and your passive twice. Passive healing while using Q is also greatly increased, and improved base mana and mana regen on Warwick, as well as a low cooldown, will make it very spammable. This is where things get interesting though. Warwick's W will become a targeted AoE fear and slow. It's not centered around Warwick, which is important when we look at his E. His E, passively, will still let him see low health champions, although the move speed boost only works when moving towards a low health champion. It'll also see jungle monsters now, which is really cool for counter jungling. Even cooler though is the active on E. Choose a spot, dash to it, and dash back, damaging all targets in between and slowing them. This is huge. You can engage really well with this ability or escape. You can smite Still Dragon or Baron and get out again. You can skip right past the tank line and ult the AD carry. I'm really looking forward to Warwick joining the League of Dashes. Finally, Warwick's ulti requires a lot more skill. Non-targeted, charge forward, and stun the first enemy hit while attacking them 6 times, hitting hard and proccing your passive. This has positives and negatives. On one hand, the enemy can get in the way of your intended target, but on the other hand, you can use it to escape, which is huge. Overall, I'm loving these proposed changes and can't wait to see more. The World Champions SKT T1 have had special skins added to their favorite champions on the PBE. As you can see in this awesome splash art, Jax, Lee Sin, Vayne, Zyra, and Zed have gotten some snazzy new skins. They'll be on sale for 750 RP individually, but I would put my money on Riot selling a bundle at a discount. It's really cool to see how the meta has both changed and stayed the same since last year's World Championships. Jax has been a very niche pick in 2014, but so far with these changes in 4.5, he's actually a priority pick for pro players. Lee Sin was, is, and always will be great after the community gave Riot a big no when it came to reworking him. Vayne always brings incredible dueling and split pushing potential to a team, but do you really want your AD carry split pushing? Not really. Zyra has fallen off completely, despite arguably having the best counter engage in the entire game. While Zed seems to have really had his time in the sun during the assassin meta, but still remains a strong pick. I'm sure I've seen this in a movie, but the bots are evolving. According to Riot, bot games make up a decent amount of overall games, even among level 30 players. After taking feedback from those players and PvP players, bots saw a lot of changes in the latest patch to make them feel more human. Not necessarily tougher bots, as surprisingly Riot got less feedback asking for that. Threat evaluation has been improved, as bots will now take into account cooldowns when deciding on whether to go in or run away. Jungling and wall jumping haven't been added because, well, bots don't know where or what walls are. As you can imagine, it's a pretty major problem, and it's something they hope to add in the future at some point, so watch out pro players. Bots will also try to dodge skill shots, although the system isn't perfect. Spells like Anivia's Flash Frost doesn't go on cooldown straight away, and Ahri's Orb of Deception has 2 damage components, which confuses bot brains. Perhaps the most immediately obvious change is that spell combos and item builds have been improved across the board. Although I'm all for better bots for players that enjoy the stress-free game mode, I've got a feeling an anti-bot who can now flash stun Tibbers is gonna scare people off. Yeah, no thanks. The wildly successful April Fool's joke that was Ultra Rapid Fire mode is saying goodbye for now. The community responded incredibly positively to the mode without mana costs and 80% cooldown reduction, although there were some complaints that some people still took it too seriously. Originally meant to last just a week, Riot extended its stay after seeing the reaction, which gave people hope that it would be a permanent addition to the game. Sadly, that won't be the case, and in Riot's words, like all featured game modes, it wasn't designed to live forever. The good news is that Ultra Rapid Fire mode will be back in one form or another, but that's all that was teased for now. I would not be at all surprised to at least see Earth mode at the All-Star event in Paris next month. Over the next week or so, Riot will be sharing more of the philosophy around these special game modes and give us a behind-the-scenes look into the development of Earth mode. Speaking of All-Stars, the voting is over, and the players from each region for the challenge event have been chosen. TSM's Bjergsen and CLG Doublelift have the most votes in North America, while Fnatic's Reckless and XPeke won in Europe. In Southeast Asia, it's QTV and Archie, while Madlife and Shy are coming from Korea. Finally, Cao Mei and Ji Going earned the top spots in China. Here's where it gets crazy though. China's Cao Mei has 400,000 more votes than the entirety of North America, Europe, Southeast Asia, and Korea combined. Chinese players cast over 30 million votes, while the next highest region, Europe, just cast 2 million. Overall, China contributed over 85% of the votes globally. I'm really looking forward to see how the top Chinese team, OMG, performs at All-Stars. It's safe to say they'll have a lot of fans watching them. On a related note, though they're not all-stars in this context, Bjergsen and Froggen have been voted the most valuable players of North America and Europe, respectively. Riot took votes from several members of the community, LCS commentators, coaches, and analysts. In other news, Europe fans continue to remind us that Bjergsen is actually from Denmark in Europe. Yeah, okay. TSM! Do you know what's hard to do while playing League of Legends? Reading a book. Seriously, I've tried it and I felt like crazy. That's why I use Audible.com. Whether in the car, playing League of Legends, or chilling in bed, Audible is the best way to get your audiobook fix. With great prices, tons of special promotions, and sales for members, Audible offers everything from The Hunger Games to Game of Thrones to Star Wars. There's honestly just about something for everyone on Audible.com. And the best part? Audible have a great listening guarantee, so if you don't like your choice, simply return it and try again. If you're interested, head over to audible.com/gamebreaker and start your free 30-day trial. Just for signing up, you'll receive a free audiobook that's yours to keep. That URL again is audible.com/gamebreaker. And that does it for this week's episode of Waypoint. Be sure to check back every week on Thursday for the latest in League of Legends news. If you enjoyed this video, please like and comment below and help us reach more people. And if you want more League of Legends content, recaps, and updates, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, LOLNation TV. I'm Lindsay Ferguson, and you can follow me on Twitter at LindsayGeektron. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys at the next Waypoint.
Gamebreaker TV.